One more January 6th story that I want to go over. It is now being reported that Republican Senator Lindsey Graham allegedly told police on January 6th about the rioters, "You've got guns, use them. You've got guns, use them." Now, why would we care about this? There's actually two reasons, which I will tell you in a moment. Let's first look at a report about this that aired on CNN.
Graham, according to your report, yelled at the Senate Sergeant at Arms, "What are you doing? Take back the Senate. You've got guns. Use them." The South Carolina senator was adamant. "We give you guns for a reason." He repeated, "Use them." Another stark contrast to show how the Republican Party, they've been whitewashing January 6th ever since that day. But at that time, somebody like Lindsey Graham was obviously very afraid of what was going on and was calling on law enforcement there to resort to some very extreme measures.
So there's a few really important and interesting things here. First of all, a lot of these Republicans who, in retrospect, claim January 6th wasn't that bad, we weren't really that much at risk, etc. Leaking, drip, drip, drip. We're figuring out their actions and their words both spoke to the degree of insanity that took place on that day. I'll give you an example. Congressman Mo Brooks, we found out, wore body armor that day. Why do you wear body armor unless you expect things to get really crazy? Now, Mo Brooks has since said, "My wife wanted me to wear it." But why did your wife think that there was going to be violence? I mean, it's not really an explanation that takes Mo Brooks out of knowing in advance that there was a real potential for violence. That's one example. Now we have Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham, who has downplayed everything, has said, listen, some people acted inappropriately, but most of what happened was constitutionally protected speech and speech alone, et cetera, et cetera. He was afraid enough that he was telling police officers to start shooting protesters. And the story that they tell in retrospect clearly doesn't match up with their actions on that day, nor does it match up with the words that are now being ascribed to them. There's a good Newsweek article about this, which says Senator Lindsey Graham reportedly called for rioters to be shot as lawmakers were forced to evacuate the Senate chamber on January 6th. The Washington Post Sunday published the results of a lengthy investigation reconstructing what happened before, during, and after the riot. The second part, titled Bloodshed, goes into detail about how then Vice President Mike Pence and members of Congress were evacuated, as we know. According to the Post, Graham, a Republican from South Carolina, was furious that senators were forced to flee their own chamber. He yelled at the sergeant at arms and urged him to shoot rioters in the mob. The newspaper reported, citing a Republican senator with knowledge of the exchange. "What are you doing? Take back the Senate. You've got guns. Use them. We give you guns for a reason. Use them." Immediately after the riot, Graham turned against Donald Trump and refused to join his GOP colleagues in objecting to the certification of Biden's win. "Trump and I, we've had a hell of a journey. I hate to end it this way. Oh my God, I hate it. From my point of view, he's been a consequential president. But today, all I can say is, count me out. Enough is enough." But he soon fell back in line, defending Trump as he was impeached a historic second time over the Capitol insurrection. Earlier this year, Graham insisted Trump remains the most popular Republican in the country and is essential to the GOP going forward. To try to erase Donald Trump from the Republican Party is insane, and the people who try to erase him are going to wind up getting erased. It's impossible for this party to move forward without President Trump being its leader, because the people who are conservatives have chosen him as their leader. So when we think about what happened on January 6th, and as we learn more about it and we learn about who knew what when and what were people expecting at different points in time, remember that their actions and their words on that day tell us much more than their words today. It was no big deal. These were mostly peaceful protests, etc. Lindsey Graham saying, shoot the protesters. Mo Brooks wearing body armor, etc., etc. They've been lying all along in the aftermath of January 6th. That belief, that understanding just is reinforced more and more with every passing day. We're going to take a quick break. I have so much more to cover today. For more on all of today's stories, make sure you're following us on Instagram at David Pakman Show, and you can follow me on Instagram at david.pakman. One of our sponsors is Atlas VPN. In the year 2021, many computer security experts say everybody should be using a VPN whenever you connect to the internet. Atlas VPN keeps your information private from big tech companies, from your internet service provider, even from governments. Atlas VPN helps you stay protected from hackers trying to steal your data. And Atlas VPN even lets you watch shows and movies on Netflix and other streaming services you would otherwise only be able to access from other countries. I use Atlas VPN on all of my devices, phone, computer, tablet, whenever I'm connected to the internet. It's so easy to use. You sign up, install it, turn it on, and you're done. Out of sight, out of mind. You stay protected. And right now, my audience can get Atlas VPN for $1.39 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You just have to go to atlasv.pn/Pacman. The link is right underneath this video.